Hey y'all, I'm so sorry about that. It's your Lady T once again, but this is a continuous from the first video. My battery was going dead on my computer, so I had to plug it up and then stop recording. But anyway, like I was saying, um, just because I don't agree with a lot of things that black people say does not mean that I'm an Uncle Tom. And I read something on Facebook. Y'all need to stop calling people Uncle Tom. Y'all need to do the history on that. And I really wish that um I had the because I ran some stuff off on Facebook. I really wish I had the paper because I would put that information up here so you guys can see. Stop calling people Uncle Toms. That's not cool. Y'all need to learn the history behind some things before you open up your mouth and let your tongue get you in trouble. But back to this black activist thing because I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I'm really feeling some sort of way because I just hate when other people try to make you feel bad because you don't agree with their opinion. I have my own mind. I have my own opinion, and I don't have to agree with everything that you say. They was like, well, we shouldn't be praying to God. Um, it's supposed to be Amun Ra or something like that that they had on Facebook, and I'm like, dude, I've been brought up by the Bible. My family was brought up with the Bible, regardless if it was the white man's God. We didn't know any better back then. So the white man's God gave us some kind of hope and peace within ourselves to know that one day we would not have to struggle, we won't be beaten, we will be free. But as we can see, times ain't changed much. The only thing has changed is the year. And that's sad. But don't come at me with that. I need to praise the African God. I need to know the African history. I don't need to know anything about what you want me to know. Your opinion is not going to get me into heaven or hell. My actions will do that. You can't stand in line with me and talk to St. Peter and say, I think you need to let her into those pearly gates because she knew her history, her African history. She prayed to the correct God. At the end of the day, I've said this to so many people, and I love Eddie Griffin. And I love my husband for turning me on to Eddie Griffin because I wasn't a big fan of his until I watched a couple of his stand up comedies, and he was right. It doesn't matter about the message or who's giving you the message. The only thing that matters is, did you get the message? I have said this to hundreds of people on Facebook, and they have no clue up here as to what I'm talking about. But those that do, understand where I'm coming from. It doesn't matter if you pray to Allah, Buddha, God, or if you pray to the universe. Are you getting the message that's trying to get to you? Just because my religious beliefs are different than yours does not make you right and I'm wrong, and it does not make mean that I'm wrong and you're right, or I'm right and you're wrong, something like that. Y'all know what I mean. But don't try to push your religion on somebody. That is so not cool. And if you ever try to do that to me, I'm trying to tell y'all, I am quick to put Jehovah Witness people in their place. They don't even knock on my door no more. Because I remember back in 2012 when I lost my grandma, and a Jehovah Witness knocked on my door, and I was going through some things like, if anybody is close with people in their family, I'm really not going to talk about it too long because I'm going to start crying. But I was really close to my grandma since a baby until the day she left this earth. And I just asked that lady because I was in such depression, but I had to kind of stay strong for my mom because my mom took care of my grandma. And I had to stay strong for my daughter because even though she didn't know what was going on, when I'm sad, she's sad. So a lot of the times I had to fake the funk and act like I was all right. But deep down inside, I was just like, I was crushed. Like seriously crushed. Anyway, I'm trying not to cry. Anyway, I asked this lady, I said, please say a prayer for me. And the lady looked at me straight up, y'all, no lie, and was like, we don't pray. Really? y'all don't pray. Okay. But before she left, she said a prayer with me. And I stopped her and I'm like, wait a minute. You're very contradicting. You told me that y'all don't pray. And then you want to say a prayer with me. I was like, ma'am, I don't even need you to pray for me because you're confused. You don't even know what you want. I damn sure don't need you praying for me and you're fucking confused. So I dismissed her. But don't come at me or my child, because trust and believe me and her father, we school her very well to have her own opinion and to do her own research. And just because you see something in black and white, you interpret it how you want to interpret it. Just because it's written in black and white does not mean it's always right. You have to learn how to read between the lines and interpret things for yourself. But don't come at me with that religious BS and I'm praying to the wrong God and I need to be black and proud, baby. I am very, very black and proud. I'm not dumb. I know the color of my skin. I know the color of who I am when I look into the mirror, or if I get onto this video, or if I get out the pool and I'm ashy as hell because I'm black. I know what color I am. But at the end of the day, just because I'm this color does not mean that I'm not mixed with something else. A lot of people like, yeah, a lot of black people, yeah, bitch, I got Cherokee in my family. And they like, well, bitch, what tribe? At the end of the day, that's not even funny. Because a lot of black people have Indian up in us. A lot of white people have Indian up in them. Just because they don't look like it does not mean that their great, 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 great grandmother or grandfather was not Indian. Just because I'm black does not mean I don't have white in me, Jewish in me, Indian in me. Does not mean I can have Russian in me. Who's to say? You know what I'm saying? It's so many people that's falling in love with so many people of different races over so many years. Everybody has everything mixed up in them. And at the end of the day, it's just so sad that this world is the way it is. It's been like this for a long, long time, but it's been swept under the rug. You know, it was serious back then, but it's even seriouser now because a lot of this shit is just like coming to light. It's like a lot of white people and some black people feel like that we owe them something. Like we have to bow down to them. Like if it wasn't for white people, this guy on Facebook told me yesterday, if it wasn't for white people, black people would not have anything. And I had to school him like, no, baby, you need to do your research. It's so many inventions that black people have made that white people have taken credit for because we was either too stupid or too scared to stand up for ourselves and be like, no, I invented that. I bet you a lot of you did not know that William Shakespeare did not even write his own plays. A black woman wrote his plays. He could not read or write. So when my daughter comes in this house with Shakespeare, I throw that shit in the trash. You will not be subjected to that bullshit. You won't be. I'm sorry. My baby will not be a statistic. I tell her this all the time. Don't be a statistic, baby. Be a leader and not a follower. Okay, but anyway, that's enough with that, y'all. I could go on and on and on about that all day. I'm trying to tell y'all. And if y'all want me to do a video about that, let your girl know I have no problem. Now, on to a funny note. Don't y'all know I ain't got kicked out of the Little Women of Atlanta group on Facebook. It's like the second group I've been kicked out of. First it was the LGBT group because they didn't like the fact that I was not going to be talked down to by a trans. I don't give a fuck who you are. You will not talk to me like I'm your motherfucking child. And now yesterday, I got kicked out of a group because the administrator put the rules up. If any of y'all watch Little Women of LA, y'all know who this chick Plastic is. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Was supposed to been cheating with Brianna's husband Matt or whatever. Okay. So the administrator put the rules up. You can call Plastic whatever you want to, but you cannot call Plastic a boy because they did not want you to offend any trans in the group. But I went on there and I read a lot of the comments. And a lot of the comments were, a lot of people were disrespecting Christy. They call her Krusty because what's her name? Tara calls her that. They were calling her bitch and this and that, and I'm like, how's it okay to disrespect somebody and call them out their name, but you can't call a trans person a boy? Now, I have nothing against trans people. I am all for trans people. I love y'all. Hey, if I can support, go to every group that y'all have and support y'all, I would. But at the end of the day, if you have a problem with somebody's words and what they're saying, you're going to be shit out of luck because this world is going to eat you alive. Like on some real shit. Everybody has a right to their opinion. And I even told the administrator, I was like, well, how is that right when, you know, you're basically saying I don't have freedom of speech? And she basically was like, well, in this group you don't have freedom of speech. It's according to the, it only works when it's according to the government and not private citizens. And I'm like, how the fuck is that so when it's a fucking amendment? I think it's amendment. Yeah, it's a fucking amendment. You're basically telling me that you have a right to tell me how to feel and what to say just because I joined this group. That's not right. Don't y'all know this bitch? I'm sorry. Yeah, she's a trans. Don't y'all know this bitch told me to shut up? Y'all see that look on my face? I literally sat there like that for 30 seconds, looking at my phone like, no, this bitch did not just tell me to shut up because I had an opinion and because I did not agree with the rules that she wanted to set in play for this group. Like, this chick has literally, like, called majority of these little women every name but the child of God, but nobody can call plastic a boy because it's offensive. It's offensive when you call somebody a bitch. It's offensive when you call somebody a hoe. People have feelings just like trans people have feelings. And at the end of the day, if you can't take words, you need to fucking crawl up under a rock or keep your motherfucking ass up in the house. So I was like, basically, you don't have a right to tell me to shut up. You're not my mother. You're not my father. I have a right to my opinion. I'm not on here trying to cause drama with anybody. I'm just trying to make a point. It's not okay just because you're a plastic fan to be all on plastic's dick, and nobody else has a right to state their opinion because you're administrative. You think you could just talk to people any kind of way. This bitch told me, she said, I will tell you to shut up because I'm the administrator of the group. So y'all already know I went ham on this bitch. I called this bitch everything from a boy to the fact that you would never have kids like a real woman. When you have a baby that comes out your pussy that God gave you, you come holler at me. Oh, yeah, that's right. You can't because the doctor had to stick your dick up inside you just to make a fucking pussy. I did. Yes, the fuck I did. Do not disrespect me. I never once on that thread, and if y'all are members of this group, you will see that I never once disrespected her on this thread. I was just trying to state my opinion on, you can't do that. If that's the case, then you might as well not accept friend requests from nobody that's not transgender. Okay, that shit is just fucking ridiculous. But I let that bitch have it, y'all. This bitch blocked me. She banned me from the group. I sent her a nice little inbox and I was like, listen, you little boy, I don't give a fuck because you banned me from the group or you blocked me. Because at the end of the day, you're trying to be something that I am, which is a woman. You couldn't hack it as a man, so your motherfucking ass tried to be a woman. Evidently, you ain't hacking it as a fucking woman either because Lord knows if y'all seen this bitch's profile, you would have been like, bitch, learn how to contour. This shit is like, y'all see how that shit just get on my damn nerves. But like I said, at the end of the day, I don't feel like I was wrong because I feel like I was attacked first. Don't tell me to shut up. I'm a grown ass woman. Do not tell me to shut up. My mama tells me to shut up, and I look at her like, bitch, you got one more time, and I'm just gonna I don't tell her that, y'all. I'm not that fucking crazy. I'm afraid of my mom. I'm 31 years old and I would not run up on my mom. I have that much respect for her. But in my mind, this is what I'm saying. Like, bitch, I will fuck you up if you tell me to shut up again. But I shut up. I shut up because that's my mom. She about the only one that's gonna tell me to shut up. My husband tells me to shut up all the goddamn time, and I cuss his goddamn ass out, and he cuss me out back. But anyway, don't disrespect me and tell me to shut up. If you don't like what I'm saying, you could have just simply said, well, it's the rules. You either like it or you don't. Which basically she did say that, but I felt like she didn't want me to get my opinion across. But anyway, I'm done with that subject because that mess really it excuse me, it gave me a headache yesterday. I was on there for probably like 2 hours just arguing back and forth with different people from this group. And they're trying to make their point. I'm trying to make my point. And they all was just basically like you either fucking do what the administrator told you to do and shut up or you can leave the group. So they kicked me out and banned me out because I won't having it. I refuse to be a part of any kind of group or anything that's not going to um understand that I have an opinion too. Y'all opinion is not the only opinion that matters. You know, everybody else is entitled to their own opinion. Y'all, I'm gonna leave it alone. I know y'all like, bitch, leave this shit alone. I'm trying. I'll probably when I get through here, I'm probably gonna go get the scissors and cut that part off because, like I said, I think that's still perm. But yeah, y'all, I be on Facebook going ham, y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all, I try to be good, but at sometimes it's just like some people need to be cussed out. They need to be put in their place. But I'm trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to talk to y'all about. I can't think of anything right now. Sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I've been up since 6 o'clock this morning. I'm exhausted. I'm tired, but yeah. But once again, I know y'all like, what the fuck is this bitch doing? I'm sorry, y'all. It's my phone ringing. It's my husband calling. So I'm gonna get off here. But once again, this is your girl, Lady T. Like, don't like, thumbs up, thumbs down, subscribe, comment, flag the video if you want. I don't care. Young Mellow fans, I know y'all gonna do it anyway, but boo, it's not gonna stop me from making videos. If you get my page shut down, I'm just gonna make another one. But once again, like I said, this is your girl, Lady T, and I'll talk to y'all later on this week. Bye, loves.